What's up, family? Welcome back. So I gotta show you all the latest get for the Gold Projects Gold Autos um, channel here. So this is my latest cop. It's another hoopty. If you see my Supra, you know what we're all about. But I wanted to introduce the latest build for the channel. This is a 2005 Chevy Silverado Z71 off-road. And in another video I'm going to detail all the specs and everything on it as I learn about it, but basically it's a 1500 Z71 off-road, four-wheel drive. The Z71 kit gives a little bit better suspension, some plates. Here I go. I said I'm going to go over with the details and stuff later, and I just start spieling it out. Yeah, so basically I got it because I needed a tow truck for cars, in case I need to tow it to my buddy's shop, Rob. This one actually came with a fifth wheel for gooseneck, already built in, and I guess it was a farm or ranch truck. That's why it's got some dents and dings. It's got 230 something thousand miles on it. LS power, baby. But yeah, it's basically a hauler, right? And I got it for that. I got it for also doing maybe some camping stuff, some towing. I would say a big family, about 5 peeps in my family. So I wanted to get an older truck that I know is going to be, reliable after some fixing here and there. But also one that can fit us all and be comfortable in it. So this has a ton of miles on it because it was basically a truck that got used, right? So with that being said, I'm definitely going to be doing a few things to fix it up. Probably a little bumper refresh here, maybe an aftermarket bumper I think would be cool, because this one, I don't know what happened. I don't know what he hit or how this one got tweaked, but I'm definitely going to do some work with that aftermarket, maybe that cool little iron or steel type of bumper to protect the front and everything. I kind of want to get a repainted bow tie there, but the mirror got banged up when I guess the previous owner's son tried to reverse it, and it smashed the side mirror. But I think what's cool is, you can't tell because it's a little dirty, but there's actually lights. These are indicators and everything, so when you turn, the signal indicators light up like that. I think that's pretty sweet. But yeah, let me show you the inside and show you what we're working with here. So it's dirty, it's dented, it needs some work, right? And sorry, I kind of parked it a little bit close to the side here because I was moving some stuff and things around. But I'm gonna give it a wash a little bit later as well. I definitely want to get like a little cover or dust cover up here, because in Southern California the sun is a killer, and what happens is any plastics you have, they basically fade and crack. I have my scanner here because it did have a little code. I guess what's typical on these high mileage trucks and LS engines in general, or at least like with the Silverados, is the oxygen sensors go out. So I got to replace some of the in-stream, or what they call it, upstream oxygen sensors. But it's got a little Bose system, which is kind of cool. Sounds decent for what it is and what it, for the year. It's 2005, so nothing super high tech. I guess it actually had a 6-speed, has a 6 disc, stereo, and the previous owner's son, I guess, was putting like a homemade personalized CD in there, and the player just freaked out because it didn't recognize it. And I guess that's kind of a common thing with these. It doesn't quite know how to read rewritable or writable discs, so it didn't know what to do. So basically there's some discs in here and they are locked in this, so I got to figure out how to get them out. Gonna do some googlings. But yeah, so the back seats are like super supple and everything. Still in good shape for the truck. And here, you know, not too bad. The front, obviously, the driver's seat is all kind of wrinkled, and I'll show you a little bit better when I kind of pull the truck out. But yeah, let's see what we got here. The ignition's a little funkadelic. Let's turn that down, and of course we got the old check engine light because, like I mentioned, oxygen sensors. That's what I read from the code here. But yeah, we're rocking 236,000 miles. And it's got, you know, the engine sounds a little funky and stuff, but for what it is, I think we can do a bit. I'm looking forward to maybe getting some kind of camping stuff. I don't know if I want to get a camper shell per se, but I definitely want to get one that can be removable. I'm hearing like a weird like burbling and churning. Something that I've not heard. And that I've never really heard. That's weird. But yeah, you know, general little. Oh, what is this? Yo, let's go. Wait, what? Why do I have so many keys in here? But this, what is these for? If anybody knows what style keys these are, let me know. There is a tailgate lock in the back. So I'm gonna give this a try actually. But yeah, so this is the truck. This is our little camping, towing truck, just to load up when I go to, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, what have you, and my wife wants trees. I could throw it in the back and not worry about like getting any of my other cars dirty with soil and whatnot. So this is what I was talking about. Got all smashed up. One of my neighbors actually has a spare, so I'll be able to get one of those, and I think they just kind of pop in, I think I saw in what he mentioned. But I wanted to introduce the latest get to the channel here, and I don't know why. I mean, obviously this needs a washing, good washing, right? But you know, I don't know who this was. I don't know whose this was. But someone's got jokes. Someone's got jokes. I don't know where these hands came from. Whose hands are these? Kind of old, but still. But does this fit in here? Does this work? Is this a thing? No, false hope, guys. False hope. But that's to lock the tailgate, I'm assuming, so people don't steal it. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so just a words of advice for anybody that wants to do this, and I think they're kind of funny. Don't do this. Don't do this on paint. Don't even do it on windows, but don't do it on paint, because what happens is, as you're being funny, saying, wash me, it's scratching the paint. And not that this is spectacular. I did a test, actually, a few days ago where I washed this side panel. That's why it's a little bit cleaner than this. And again, we got some brooms. Don't know what's up with that. We got some spiders trying to make a living in here. That's cute. But yeah, I mean, I guess generally, you know, if you remember, if I mentioned it before, I used to have a 78 C10 Custom Deluxe that was purchased brand new, that my dad bought. And anywho, but I loved it, you know, step side, classic square body, just the look was awesome. My dad got it for a driver as opposed to, you know, performance and towing and whatnot, so it was basically just a, I wonder if any of these work. We'll try these. Probably gonna get tetanus. So 6 cylinder inline was what it had, no AC. it was just a truck to drive, and unfortunately it didn't fit all of our family, and it didn't tow because it was just an inline six. And I know you could do some things like the 6=8 kind of stuff to get intakes, intake manifolds and whatnot and everything. It was carbureted, but it just didn't fit us too, so that was a shame because it just wasn't what I needed in a truck, even though I wanted to keep it so badly. I ended up selling it for a decent price because it, you know, needed just a little bit of work, but for the most part it was an awesome truck. But two, they're not the safest trucks, you know. People think like that old steel is really strong and stronger than today's cars and trucks, but that's not the case, right? Like there's more engineering and CAD that goes into trucks and stuff nowadays in cars. So like the way that they're built, they're a lot more strengthened. So what I'm going to do is, the previous owner left me some toilet paper and some tissue, which is always a plus, especially in these COVID times. Oh yeah, so this has, you know, ranch or farm truck kind of deal, and I think they, you know, people pop their cowboy hats in here. They're 10 gallons in there. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I think this is for their hats. Kind of cool. Maybe we'll keep one. Don't know if I want to keep both, but let's see what else. AC kind of works. It's kind of cool-ish air, but it definitely needs work on that. And that's kind of one of the things too, is when you're in Southern California, I don't care who you are. Same with like cars, performance cars and stuff. Especially when you get older, you're like, it's 115 degrees outside. I need AC. I don't need to save the 10 whatever horses and stuff and put that into my engine and performance by removing AC or taking off the compressor and that drag, the parasitic engine loss and everything for that. It's not worth it to me. It's like, there's so many things too that you can do to make your car more performance oriented without removing the AC. But yeah, I'm gonna get a detail going on, nice little vacuum. Basically, they didn't really use the back seat, is what I was told. There were like blankets and stuff covering it because it was just the dad and his dog kind of riding around in the truck here for 200-something thousand miles, or I don't know how many miles, with just he and the dog. That's what I was told. But definitely needs a cleaning, dust and dirt and everything from the ranch, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know why it's missing some bolts, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so far pretty rust free as far as I've kind of looked. Did a cursory glance. Got tree leaf. But that is your typical oil pan to catch whatever it is that's dripping from under the truck. It's got some oil drip going there. I changed the oil and took some pics of that. I think I'm gonna try to add those into this video. And it needs some work under here, of course. I'm, you know, separating the liner, but I definitely kind of want to get a different front fender. I'm probably gonna have to tweak some of the metal here because it looks a little off kilter. Little cattywampus there is one of my favorite phrases. But yeah, I'm gonna get some of this back to black plastic trim conditioner. Get this black. Same with the rear, so it doesn't look as faded, but just little things here and there, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to spend a whole ton of money to get it going because I like the actual character of it and the look. And pay no attention to the Ford hat I'm wearing. I love Ford and I love Chevy. I want to get another one of these because the front's missing it. Don't know what happened to that one over here. But yeah, I'm going to just do some little fixes here and there, but I wanted to introduce the truck to the channel. I'm actually stoked that it's, you know, it's a beat up truck. I don't have to do much to it to protect it. I'm not trying to protect this truck or restore it to its glory and make it look like new. This was bought because my kids are gonna run around on the back and jump around. We're gonna throw junk and wood and stuff for projects or whatnot in the back. But it is what it is. I'm gonna take out the gooseneck fifth wheel kind of kind of gig here because I don't need it. And I'm gonna remove the old tow hitch here as well because I don't need it yet either. I gotta see if I got a buddy or somebody kind of weld this back on the top where it's supposed to go. Oh, and the previous owner also has, speaking of towing, they put in a trailer brake. I gotta figure out how to use it and what to do with that, but that's a bonus. And that's it. I mean, it came with the original owner's manual. I even have the Mooney report. It was a one owner truck. Ton of miles, but it's a Chev. You know, it's gonna last forever as long as you treat the engine right. The transmission was just replaced a little bit ago, about 1,000 miles ago. And oh, and then we are gonna go over some stuff. What's going on with it? It's 4-wheel drive, like I said, but the previous owner did tell me that the original, they're not sure what exactly is going on with it. The 4-wheel drive does not work. It needs, something's going on with the transfer case or the front drive shaft or the front diff. I know they removed the front drive shaft because it was making some noise, and they took it to a shop, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, we'll just remove this and stuff, you can get it fixed for now. So they ended up removing the front drive shaft, and now the 4-wheel drive doesn't work at all. So either the transfer case has to get replaced or get new bushings or something in there, my neighbor was saying, or possibly just a whole new transfer case. And then my neighbor was saying too, even if the engine goes bad, like for the price I got this thing for, let's just say I got it for less than $3,000 bucks.